Welcome to another Adafruit Wearables Teardown. Today we're looking inside the June UV Exposure Sensing Bracelet by Netatmo. The tiny clip easily passes as jewelry, and one of the shiny facets has a bunch of holes on it to let light through to the UV index sensor. It communicates over Bluetooth Low Energy with iOS devices, tracking your sun exposure over time and triggering reminders to reapply your SPF. The battery recharges over USB and lasts about a month. I tried to get inside using my typical prying and cutting tools with no luck. Time to bring out the solvents. After 2 hours soaking in acetone, June popped right open. Oh, that worked. Huh. Yoink, look, teardown complete. Inside there's a tiny circuit board full of components. Let's see what Lady Ada has to say about the engineering of this wearable device.
Hey everybody, it's a sunny day here at Adafruit, which means it's a great day to take apart a UV sensor. This is that June sensor that Becky kindly disassembled to the point where we got to the circuit board. This is an NRF 51822, which is our favorite Nordic Bluetooth Low Energy chipset. This is a Bluetooth 4.0 chip from Nordic, and it actually is a ARM Cortex chip, so you can program this. This actually does all the work, basically, of transmitting data to your iOS app or Android app, and setting statuses. And there's two crystals that go with it. There's probably a 16 megahertz crystal and then a 32 kilohertz crystal for low power usage. So that's kind of a nice design. They actually put both crystals in there. Nice work. And here's the Balin, and there's a flex PCB as the antenna, which is a cute idea. I mean, I don't know if that was necessary. They could use a chip antenna, but this might be less expensive and better range. And then there's the programming pins here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the JTAG or SWD programming circuitry. And on the back, there's a little CR1225 rechargeable coin cells. This is, I think, a lithium ion mini coin. We can kind of peel it up here a little bit and take a closer look at it. So it says ML 1220 from Japan, but yeah, it's probably like a little mini rechargeable coin cell. You don't need to have something very powerful for the NRF 51822. It's extremely low power, especially when running off of the 32 kilohertz clock. This one is probably the coin cell charging circuit. It uses a USB to charge, so there's got to be a charging circuit on there. So it's probably either this one or this one. I'm going to guess this one, but it could be that. It's hard to tell which one is which. And then what's interesting is that, one thing you've noticed that there's no UV sensor chip. You're wondering, like, well, how does it actually do UV sensing? Well, actually, they really cheaped out here. They did something very clever and very, very low cost. They actually have a UV LED dye, 2 of them probably, over here. And they just have bond wires to turn this, little dye here. They tie it to ground here and here. And they just back bias it to measure probably visible and UV light. They probably just have 2 LEDs that they use, and then they use that with calibration to figure out the approximate UV index. And since this is kind of going into this section, I think that this chip here is the op amp. You're going to need a nice op amp to amplify the microamp output from the back biased LED and feed that into the NRF 51822, which I think has analog input. So as long as it amplifies it enough, over here, this should be able to read it. If not, then I don't remember if this chip has an onboard ADC. If it doesn't, then maybe this is just a very sensitive ADC, and there's a transistor amplifier here. So yeah, very, very basic, very simple. Really good profit margin on this one. It's about like $4 in parts. Probably still a little bit of calibration, maybe $5. But if it does the job, then they probably calibrate it in the factory, hopefully, since these dies will vary from lot to lot. So that's a June, pretty straightforward. Nordic NRF 51822 plus the extras plus some LEDs is your wearable.
For this and many other teardowns, we use the Adafruit USB microscope and its articulated stand. If you want to get started sensing the sun, try building your own sunscreen reminder hat using our tutorial and the Flora UV index sensor. The link is in the description. And if you liked this video, there's more wearables disassembly in our Teardowns playlist. And don't forget to subscribe for more projects and videos from Adafruit.